Hello, Mario. So in this video, 02 data input 2, what I'm going to do in this video is try and address some of the issues that came up when we just downloaded straight into the 12D. So let's just first of all just have a quick look at 12D here. And as you can see, one of the big problems there is the pond in the wrong place, and the other one is that we need to separate out the strings, because there's a bit of joining and things going on that's not so good. So what I think I'll do is just I'll just get out of 12D and we'll go to our Excel and see if we can find some things. Now, what I've done since last time is I've just created a little folder here so that I've just got the single file from last time. So this is our CSV file from last time as we had it there, and you can see that there it is there. Now what we need to do is we need to separate out this code here, which has got the string name and the string number separated by the plus sign. So we need to get that into a situation where we can get the string name in one column here and the string number in one here. So I'm just going to drop that down to there. So what we need to do is we actually need to find a way to do that. Now, the more cleverer people of the world may know how to use the various things that are available to us in Excel, but I'm not one of them. And so my sort of go-to thing is to go to Google and sort of just find things out from there. So I'm just going to go here and bring up this Google one here, and I've tried to speed things up a little bit, but essentially this is the first search that I did, which is delete all text after a character. So what I'm planning here is that if I can delete all of the text after the plus, including the plus, that'll give me EOG. And if I can delete all of the text before, that's there. Now, I'm going to just have a crack here and select, I've got this has come up here, and this will give us one of the answers. Now, I'm just going to leave out the equal sign. I leave that out when I start, and I just start typing it in. So, that's all good there. So I'm just going to start typing that formula in there, but instead of A1, I'm going to be using E1. So that would be right, R-I-G-H-T, and brackets, A1. So I'm going to put in E1, and then there's a comma there, and L-E-N, bracket, and this will be E1 again, bracket, minus find and what I want to find here is not in fact the comma, but what I want to find is inside the speech marks is the little plus sign. So I've got that like that, little plus sign like that, and then comma, and then E1 again, because that's where we're looking for it, like that there, and then close the bracket. So let's just see that that's bracket A1, comma, and E1, minus 5 there. So I'm just going to put that in there, and then what I'm going to do is I just go to that, and then I just put that, once I've got it typed in, I just put the little equals in front of it and go like that, and that gives me the 1. So that's got the 1 sorted, but I would rather have that in the next column over. So what we can do is just go Control X and just move it over and put it in there, and that'll put it in there. So it's still, this is the little formula up in here. All right, so then what we want to do is obviously I want to get the EOG, so that's LEFT bracket E1, still E1, comma find bracket, and again I'm looking for the little plus sign, like so, comma, and then E1 again, E1, and close the bracket, minus 1, close the bracket, and I'll just put that in there, that one, and then I'll just put a little equals in front of that, equals, and that's, by golly, that's done it. And that's split the 2 up with that still there. Now that's not a problem, because when we load it into 12D, we can just go with columns 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not forget about 5, and then go 6 and 7. So that's all very well. But what we can do here is, now that we've got that formula set up, we can just go Control C, and we can copy it all the way down here. Okay, but I can see a little problem just here with this one here, and I'm just going to stop there, because as you can see down there, there's going to be there's no plus. So, how are we going to deal with that? So now we've got to solve that problem. So, but generally it's working for the ones where there is a plus, which is pretty awesome. So that's where I go to the next one here, and it's I'm just going to go back to there, and it's Excel, find if a character is in a string. So my idea is to find out if the character is in a string, and then I'm aware of what they call an if statement. So if the character's in a string, then we'll go and do this process here. But if it's not in a string, well, we'll just copy what's already there. So that's where the little one that I had there came into play, I think. And there it is there. And we can see down here that there's a little formula here. And this is the way to do it here. This tests to see if the character's in the string and what have you. So I'm just going to go Control Z. I'm just going to go back to Excel now and just go Control Z, and just leave that one there. We won't, we'll just go escape. We won't know if this one's going to work or not just yet. So we'll just go here, and I'm just going to take out the equals, because this is what we want it to do there. So I'm just going to go if bracket is number bracket search, okay, search bracket, search bracket. Now the substring is just the little plus, so that's pretty simple. Plus, comma, comma, if that's in E1 again, because it's still in E1. E1. So that's bracket, bracket. So if blah, blah, blah is in E1, comma, then we'll just put that one there. If yes, and if no, comma, we'll just go with what's already there, which is plus E1 bracket. And yeah, I'm pretty sort of, that looks all pretty good. I think I've got a little there, and I'm just going to put it equals in there and push enter. And well, we've done no harm there. No harm has been done. It's all stayed the same. So I'm just going to go Control C and copy that one just down to here. Okay, and just go enter, page down, and that's all working good. Now the thing is, if over here we want it to be slightly different, because we just don't want any string number for that one. So let's just go up there for now and see how that's all going. So we're going to do the same one up here for this one here, but just slightly different. So I'll just take out, I just like to take out the equal sign because it just doesn't activate it to the end. So we just go if bracket is number, bracket search, bracket, and then the string that we're looking for, which is the plus, like that, comma, and we're looking for it in E1 still, bracket, bracket, comma, then we're just going to do that there, which is what we did previously. But if not, if there's no plus, we're just going to have a blank cell like that and close the bracket, enter. Okay, that all looks pretty sweet, and then we'll just put it equals in there like that, and that gives us the one, which is, so with no problem there, Control C, we'll copy that down there, and just go like that, page down. So that seems to be working pretty good. As you can see, there's the formula. Okay, so let's go Control C, and we'll copy this right down to the end. So just holding the page down key here until right to get to the end, and then push enter. All right. Now, in my course of my travels, I have noticed that down here, I've got a couple of ones here where there appears to be no code. So I'm just going to call that UKN, unknown. Okay, so I'm just going to give that Control C, an unknown. Oh, Control Z. Oops, no, that's not what we wanted. I wanted to go back to there. I want to leave the formula in there, but what I want to do is go in here, unknown, UNK, and I'll just give it a plus one, just so that we, oops, that's not good, UNK plus one. Okay, just to put that in there, and we'll see what happens there. We don't quite know what that is, so that might come to us there. So that's all very good there. So that's everything sorted out, except we've still got some problems with the day 2 data, which needs to be translated. That'll be the subject of another video. So, okay, so that's all good there. So that's our CSV file. Now, one of the things we have to be careful, if we save this as a CSV file, it will lose all of that functionality in there in the formulas. So what we need to do is to go File, Save As, and save it as a full spreadsheet, an Excel worksheet. So save it as that there. And if we do that, and that's saving in the video, save. If we save it like that, that's keeping all the functionality in there, like that, like so. Okay, that's fine. And then we also need to go File, Save As, and we need to save it as a CSV file, because that's how it's going to load into Excel, into things. So there's the CSV. So we also need it as a CSV. Save. Yes. Okay. Yes, and we want to keep using that format. Because what you'll see is if we save it, if we just close it, I'll just show you this. File, close, and I'll just go don't save there. Okay, if we go File, open, and we go to that folder, that's it as an Excel there. But if we open it as a, just click on here to find a CSV. If we, it won't see that there's no CSV file there. So if we go down to here, and we've saved it as a CSV, so here it is here, there's the CSV file. Okay, and you can see the time, it's just the most recent save. If I click on there, you can see that there's none of the formula have disappeared. All we've ended up with is the thing. However, if I just close a file, open the spreadsheet, that one there, then we've got all our formulas in place. So that's something to remember. So that's the file there. It's all ready to go. I think I'll just stop that video there for now, or we could just very quickly go to 12D, I suppose, and just load in the video. So here it is there. I'm just going to clean out this model, or delete the model is probably the easiest. Model, delete, delete a model, and the model I want to delete is the unknown one at this stage, and let's just delete that permanently and delete. Yes. Okay, cool. Now we'll load in our new file. Okay, so file IO, data input, XYZ, this one here, general. We should be able to browse to the ZEALANDIA input there, and let's read in that file. And so we've still got to identify the file, browse. So we want to go to, I think it's reduced data, to the video, and remember that it's .dat, but we need one of the CSV, so that's our CSV file there. Okay, so that's good. The basics all, we might want a default text style, it should be one there, unknown, that's all seems pretty good. Yeah, and the format there. Now we do need to change the format a little bit, and we'll have to work on that. So we've got point ID, X coordinate, String name is going to be in now going to be in 6. Okay, and then in here we're going to put the string number, and that is going to be in 7. Notice that I've left out 5, so that's there. So that's good. As of yet, we've got no map file not sorted yet. So, and let's just write that now. Write that, and we'll replace the one. So we're just updating. Okay, so let's do a little read now, and finish. And you can see there now that yeah, we've got a little bit better function there with our things. We've still got just one little issue there, but generally the strings are a lot better, and they're all joining up and what have you. So that's I'll just make that a little bit bigger for you. So that's, we've still got the issue with the ponds, and that's the issue that I'm going to sort out next. So yep, we'll just leave it there, and try and come back to you a bit later on with how to deal with the pond issue. So gradually and slowly we are getting the data into 12D, into a position where we will be able to deal with it and manipulate the data and create a surface in 12D that we can go forward with and yeah, can use. So that's pretty good. Cheers. See you.